Okay, so last night they decided to go ahead and add in information for a bunch of new characters being added into the game. So we're going to go ahead and start off by talking about these characters and also talk about, again, some interesting things that are happening right now and also some pattern that I was able to kind of discern as far as the previous releases of certain banners and stuff like that that could potentially allude to some more content coming soon, immediately after this pretty much. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Hit that subscribe if you're ready for more content. Be sure to join in the discussion down below in the comments to let me know which characters you are most excited about out of this batch. I know a lot of you guys are going to skip. That's just kind of what happens with these types of characters. That's fine. But if you do dailies or whatever, what you're mainly going for, and then on top of that, what you guys think about the upcoming characters. Now, okay, so if you even clicked onto the video in the first place, you know, because it's probably just titled like females or whatever, then let me just start off by giving you the other information first, and then we'll come back and we'll take a look at all the previews and stuff, because there's videos and descriptions and stuff. So a few days back, right, I did a video talking about what I think could come into the game next. The very first thing I mentioned was a female Centric banner with Rosie and Kakunsa coming into the game. That was actually true, and I felt like that was pretty obvious considering part 5 of the story it has Caulifla as the banner, and also those characters have been in like what, part 4? They've been done in the game. Their models, they've been just pretty much pending release, right? Ever since they've been in the story. So Rosie and Kakunsa are coming alongside Brienne, and for one, they're doing 2 banners, which is like whatever. So they're sparking characters here, right? So this is one thing. So these characters are coming into the game, and again, they've been in there for a while anyway. But the next thing, other than that, other than like me saying I felt like they should have added like Kefla or something like that, obviously to entice people into summoning, because a lot of people are just going to skip this now. But another thing I did mention was the idea that another Dragon Ball Super Broly banner is coming soon. Now, I immediately mentioned in that video that the last Dragon Ball Super Broly banner we got was the final collab summon, but that doesn't matter because it just means that the collaboration with the movie about the movie's release is done. Obviously, they can do more Dragon Ball Super content, Dragon Ball Super Broly content specifically, and I think that's still the case. And here's a couple of things I noticed. So the original Rising Girls banner, it dropped at such a weird time. Like this banner is effectively filler as far as like their content releases are concerned, right? So if we go back here and we take a look here, so here's the Dragon Ball Super Broly collab summon number 1 featuring the transforming Broly, right? So we have that. Then we have the Caulifla and Kale banner coming out, and then of course this is where they started actually pumping out support for females. And this game has a thing where they oftentimes drop a lot of support for one team at a time and then just kind of move on. For example, Mai's over here. Then all of a sudden we get 3 more characters here for female warriors. But this banner happens immediately before the following banner, which is the SSG Vegeta Banner. So again, really interesting release schedule. So this banner came out on February 13th. It was a Valentine's banner pretty much, obviously. This one came out on February 19th, right? So here we go. Immediately with this same scenario where it's like, okay, right before a Dragon Ball Super banner, we actually got a girls banner. But that's not the only thing that kind of happened. So if we go a little bit beyond that to our second girls banner, right? This is where it's a little bit interesting. So the girls banner volume 2 comes up right after where's it at? Where's girls volume 2? Here's collab final 3. Let me go ahead and pull up girls 2. Girls, thank you. Where's girls 2? Where's girls 2? There we go. All right, so there's a whole bunch of like filler stuff here too, like Legends Saiyan, Legends Blue, stuff we don't really care about. Legends Future, right? But we got the Dragon Ball Super Final Collab banner featuring Gogeta, right? So this was this banner. And then immediately after that, we had a girls banner. So this one came out on the 26th of March. And then Girls Volume 2 came out on the 16th of April. So here's a pattern that we've seen, whether it's before or after a Dragon Ball Super banner, where they've dropped girls banners twice. Twice next to Dragon Ball Super content. Could be a major coincidence. But again, based on the story stuff coming in right here, like there's new story updates, new Rising Battle, based on the new equips, again, whether it's Gogeta or not, again, it feels like they decided to just have it. Otherwise, it's just a random influx of Dragon Ball Super content. And previously, these banners did come out alongside pretty much Dragon Ball Super banners. So stay tuned for that. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at here and a pattern that's in the game. So let's get back to the girl stuff here. We got a Krillin. I'm forced to summon now. But again, this is Girls Volume 3. The other one's kind of like a side banner for girls. I don't get this. Like, why do 2 banners? I guess they didn't want to have like a 4 sparking 2 EX banner. They don't really have banners that big, but still, It's weird. Ribrianne better be featured on this banner because I can't understand why she wouldn't be. Okay, so there we go. That's just kind of is what it is. But I'm not a fan of 2 banners, but I'm going to summon anyway, so no point in complaining. So Bunny Girl Bulma is coming. Support your team with buff damage and reduced arts cost until she's defeated. Plus, apply even more team buffs with her special skill and main ability. Lift your team's spirit with this super cute character. So she's got a pretty funny video, but it looks like they're going to try to produce more female warrior characters that allow for the team to sustain, which I think they've noticed that this game's power creep is wild, right? So I think they want to kind of produce more characters that are support laden and stuff like that can allow for, again, other characters to shine. Like Ribrianne, I think, is still one of the best individual characters in the game, but her team isn't good enough to even consider her to be one of those top characters if you take into consideration team construction, right? So since that's the case, well, what do we do, right? So we're going to produce more content and more characters that are able to sustain throughout power creeps or whatever by various different things, and I think that's what they're doing here. So let's go ahead and take a look at the video here for Bulma. Okay, wrong button, but okay. All right, so Bunny Bulma.
Don't try anything weird.
She pulled that stuff out from, bro. She pulled it out of nowhere.
This will do it. Hold it right there.
She just pulled that out of her bra and then shot him in the groin. Oh my god.
Yay!
And then they got the awesome ending pose there. That's actually an actual Bulma art there. So like, for example, Dokkan uses this pose, and that's actual like art for her in this pose, like she does it in the series. That's pretty cool. So again, she's a support unit. So when support your team with buffed damage and reduced arts cost until she's defeated. So hello? Okay. So while she's out there, she's probably going to do switch bonuses. The thing about these types of characters is, well, we had Mai, and that was Mai's primary role. It feels like now Mai is going to be heavily power crept into the point where she's probably not going to be optimal on this team anymore. Whether or not you had the Z abilities for her or not at 5-star, she's probably not going to be optimal anymore, which is unfortunate because Mai is incredibly good still, but she's just whatever. At least she's going to be good on future still. Okay, so let's take a look at 18. So we got 18 in flip-flops, so that's pretty cool. Bruce Saga 18, I believe, right? Anyways, so there's some spousal abuse here, which I'm not a huge fan of because it's Krillin, but we'll see. Also, just in general, not a supporter of that. But let's see. So minus 10 to arts cost and increased draw speed with her main ability after just 5 counts. Okay, so her cards get incredibly cheap, and she gets a card draw speed bonus. Scream Sidestep. That's Scream Sidestep. Like, that's what that is. It's Scream Side and Charge Step. Excellent. So you can draw those extra cards. Buff allies according to their battle style when switching to standby. Strike fast and switch often to run rings around the enemy. That's a pretty cool playstyle. So she looks like a support unit, but she doubles as an offensive unit. She's probably going to be a melee-based unit that just has support-laden abilities. So I want to say this, that second part is actually unique. Buffs allies according to their battle style. Like, that's not something they've ever said before in this game. So I'm curious to see what that winds up being. It could be, oh, when this character switched out, if you switch into a melee-based character, buff their strike damage or whatever by this amount. Obviously, it's better to just get a general damage bonus as opposed to strike-specific. But we'll see what happens, because if she starts doing stuff like switching in, giving increased card draw speed, or like whatever, man, like that type of stuff can be pretty wild. So I'm not going to judge it beforehand, but we'll see. All I know is that she's going to have cheap cards, and she's going to do a lot of damage as a result. So anyways, let's take a look at 18's video.
Bye.
Bye.
No
I'm done. No, Krillin! Look at that charge step. Look at the side step and the charge step. I love when they do stuff like that. God. So painful.
Jeez, that's it for you?
Okay.
So pitiful.
Yeah, we're summoning for 18. Yep. 18 strikes again. Okay, so this is where this is pretty funny. So that's obviously one banner. They don't have the previews for Gohan and Krillin. They might do them tonight. By the way, oh, there's a free Ginyu. I'll talk about that. They might do that tonight because these banners do drop tonight. So we'll see. During maintenance, they might do it. So let's take a look at the Rosie Kakunsa banner or image here. So the Maidens of Love, Kakunsa and Rosie are coming. These girls have amazing synergy with the Female Warrior and Universe 2 tags. Okay, so I don't know if they'll buff Universe 2, but they definitely will have some sort of like switch bonus, or if like your ally is a Universe 2 type of bonus type of character. That's unfortunate because it is limiting, right? So we'll see if it's, I don't know. We have to see what they do. With Kakunsa early game and Rosie's mid game, they shine brightest when fighting together. Claim victory with the power of love. All right.
One and all, I send you my love. Come, show me your love.
Oh boy. I like how they switch in and immediately use the green cards just to do the pose. They need to stop. Oh, hold on. Is that a new arena? That's a Destroy Tournament of Power Arena. That's a new arena, isn't it? I know we have the regular one. I could be mistaken, though. They don't do anything here, though. They're just kind of going. Hey, Vegeta got a lot of HP. I don't know why Rubrianne's in the video when she's like months old. I assume she's definitely on the banner. But yeah, so early in mid-game, I don't know. We'll have to see how they function with those two. Rubrianne is a character that gets bonuses for defeated allies anyway. So if those characters can wind up giving her more bonuses or stuff like that, then they'll be incredibly good. The downside is if they don't, you probably have better options. Like running something like Zangia and Rubrianne is incredibly good because the damage bonuses and stuff that you would get for Zangia going down. And then Zangia's abilities too. Like, there are other characters that probably wind up being better, but we'll have to see how they function alongside Rubrianne. Because, again, if they give her a ton of buffs, she's going to be really good. And I mentioned it, and I was not memeing when I said Rubrianne is an incredibly good character kit-wise. Like, her kits, her stats, all of it, it's fine. It's just, again, her team. She needs a new team, pretty much. Her team is outdated. So, Captain Ginyu, there's a new Rising Battle free... Rising Battle? Yeah, 100 stages. Captain Ginyu coming in Goku's body. Inflict 30% damage received to all enemies when entering the battlefield. That's a really good ability, actually. I believe EX Bojack has that, but it's good because all enemies take that and means you can switch out and just do 30% more damage with any of your allies, right? It works. But the captain's newfound power takes its toll. Also takes increased damage with counts spent fighting. Get him in the Rising Battle event. So, okay. So he's a free unit. Presumably goes up to 7-star. I assume he's gonna buff the Frieza Saga Z. Okay, so Krillin and Gohan are on these banners individually, right? So I assume they're gonna buff those as well. And the reason why too is we just got Nail, who actually buffs that tag too. And there's also some new monthly missions about buffing the Frieza, or like just doing stuff with the Frieza Saga Z ability. And Nail is the only character in the game right now, so I assume those characters will. Not to say that Ginyu won't have Frieza Force or Ginyu Force as a secondary ability, but I think he will have that as well. And definitely Gohan and Krillin, who, again, I can't really talk about them, but we'll see what happens. All I can say is that it's unfortunate Krillin is purple, because Nail is purple. And if I wanted to run this team, I'd probably use Nail over Krillin as a character, right? Not because I enjoy him better, but Nail is incredibly good. So, I mean, Krillin could be really good, though, too. We'll see. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the video. But also, taking increased damage the longer he's out there, so he does a debuff to them for increased damage, but while he's out there longer, he takes increased damage. So he's a character that you put him out there, you take him instantly out as quickly as possible. Now, okay, so this could be okay or it could be really bad. Like, if the penalties start kicking in after 5 counts, 10 counts, that's incredibly bad. But if they kick in like 15, 20, 25, to where you could have switched out maybe once or twice in that time frame, then it's not as big of a deal. Really, the only situation where, other than it being short, this would be incredibly bad is if he's your last fighter. You don't want him to be your last fighter. I assume because of that, if they really want to make him good, they'll give him when defeated bonuses to allies, which, again, I'm talking about a lot in this video, but the reality is that there's not a lot of characters that give bonuses to allies when they're defeated. There's like maybe a couple handfuls worth out of all the characters in the game. So, again, a lot of teams need stuff like that, so we'll see. Anyways, let's take a look at this video and we'll get out of here. That music, though.
You had some decent strength.
That windscreen is top tier, bro. He's holding the belt and everything. That's top tier. All right, everyone. Thank you all for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Hit that subscribe if you're new for more content. Be sure to hit that thumbs up if you guys enjoyed the video. Also, let me know in the comment section down below what you think about the theory that a Dragon Ball Super Broly could be. Again, it could be anything. It could be SSG Goku. It could be whatever. It does not have to be Gogeta, right? I think Gogeta is a good example of a character that could come, but it doesn't have to be that, right? So let me know. Anyways, thank you all for tuning in, and I'll catch all of you guys in the next one.